The iPhone has come a long way, from a simple touchscreen device in your pocket to one of the most powerful tools on the planet. In this video, we're going to walk through every major iPhone ever released. From the very first model to the latest Pro Max, let's see how Apple changed the game, step by step. It all began with the original iPhone in 2007. It had a 3.5-inch screen, a single home button, and just 4 GB to 16 GB of storage. No app store, no front camera, and it only worked on 2G. But still, it felt futuristic. The idea of touching glass instead of using a keyboard changed everything. It was slow, but it set the standard. Then came the iPhone 3G in 2008. This time, it had support for faster 3G internet and GPS. Apple also introduced the App Store, which changed the phone into something much more powerful. It still had that curved plastic back, but now it came in black and white. Apps like Facebook and games like Angry Birds started to take off. The iPhone 3GS launched in 2009. The S stood for speed, and it definitely was faster than before. This was the first iPhone that could record video. The camera improved to 3 megapixels, and voice control was added. It also introduced copy and paste, something we take for granted now but was a huge deal back then. Then came the iPhone 4 in 2010. It had a new flat design with a glass back and stainless steel sides. The screen looked incredible with the new Retina display, and the camera bumped up to 5 megapixels. It was also the first iPhone with a front camera for FaceTime. But it had that antenna gate problem when holding it the wrong way affected the signal. The iPhone 4S followed in 2011. It looked the same, but Apple upgraded the camera to 8 megapixels and introduced 1080p video recording. This was also the first iPhone to get Siri. You could ask your phone questions, and it would answer. It felt like having a little assistant in your pocket. Performance was smoother, and it finally came to more carriers. In 2012, the iPhone 5 arrived. It was taller, with a 4-inch display and a new aluminum body that made it thinner and lighter. It also switched from the old 30-pin connector to the new Lightning port. LTE support made internet speeds much faster. The design was sleek and modern, and people loved the extra screen space. Then in 2013, Apple dropped 2 models. The iPhone 5C was basically the iPhone 5 with a colorful plastic shell. It came in blue, green, yellow, pink, and white. It was meant to be a cheaper option, and although not a hit with everyone, it stood out with its bright look. It had the same internals as the iPhone 5. Alongside it was the iPhone 5S, which looked similar to the iPhone 5 but added a gold color option and introduced Touch ID. That fingerprint sensor inside the home button made unlocking the phone feel smooth and secure. It also brought a 64-bit processor, making it the first of its kind in any smartphone. In 2014, Apple gave us the iPhone 6. This was a big shift in design. It had rounded edges, a larger 4.7-inch screen, and felt ultra-thin. The camera was better, and it supported Apple Pay. This was also the time people started seeing the iPhone as more than just a phone, it became a fashion item. Then came the iPhone 6 Plus, launched the same year. This one had a massive 5.5-inch screen and a bigger battery. It also introduced optical image stabilization for smoother photos and videos. Some people complained about it bending, which led to the term "bend gate." But it still became incredibly popular. In 2015, Apple followed up with the iPhone 6S. It looked just like the 6 but added something new called 3D Touch, which let you press harder on the screen for extra options. The rear camera jumped to 12 megapixels, and for the first time, the front camera got a flash using the screen. It also brought live photos, short video clips attached to each picture. The iPhone 6s Plus came with all the features of the 6s but with a larger display and better battery life. The bigger size also made it better for watching videos and playing games. It was still sleek, still fast, and now stronger too, with a new aluminum alloy that helped prevent bending issues. In 2016, Apple went bold and removed the headphone jack. The iPhone 7 launched with stereo speakers and water resistance for the first time. It also introduced a new black color, called Jet Black, which looked sleek but scratched easily. The camera was improved, and the home button was no longer clickable, it was a solid-state button with haptic feedback. Then came the iPhone 7 Plus. It looked similar to the regular 7 but had a major camera upgrade, 2 lenses on the back. one for wide shots and another for zoom. This is where portrait mode began, letting users blur the background in photos like a DSLR. It also had more RAM, so performance felt smoother all around. In 2017, the iPhone 8 was released. It looked like the 7, but now had a glass back to support wireless charging. The performance got a big bump thanks to the new A11 Bionic chip, and the camera improved again with better image processing. It was solid, even if the design felt a bit dated. The iPhone 8 Plus came along with it. Bigger screen, better battery, and improved dual cameras compared to the regular 8. The portrait lighting feature was added, letting you adjust light effects in your photos. It felt premium and reliable, with the power to back it up. But the real star of 2017 was the iPhone 10. It ditched the home button entirely and introduced Face ID. The display was now a full 5.8-inch OLED that stretched from edge to edge, except for that little notch up top. The stainless steel frame and glass back gave it a premium feel, and the new gesture system was something fresh and exciting. In 2018, Apple launched the iPhone XS. It looked just like the iPhone 10 but came with more power, better water resistance, and improved cameras. It supported Smart HDR for better photo quality, and the stereo speakers got louder. It was the kind of phone that didn't scream change, but everything felt more polished. Then came the iPhone XS Max. This was the biggest iPhone yet, with a 6.5-inch OLED display. Same features as the XS, but with a larger body and battery. For people who loved watching content or gaming on their phones, this was a dream device. It felt like carrying a small tablet in your pocket. And then there was the iPhone XR. This one came in bright colors like red, blue, and yellow. It had a 6.1-inch LCD screen instead of OLED, and only one camera on the back. But the performance was great, it had the same A12 chip as the XS models, and battery life was even better. It became one of Apple's best-selling iPhones ever. In 2019, Apple launched the iPhone 11. It was the direct follow-up to the XR but added a second camera on the back, a new ultra-wide lens. The front camera also got an upgrade, and Face ID worked from more angles. It came in fun colors and had great battery life. It wasn't flashy, but it hit that sweet spot of price and performance. Alongside it came the iPhone 11 Pro. This one had a 5.8-inch OLED screen and a new triple camera setup, adding a telephoto lens to the mix. It also came with a matte glass back and a new midnight green color. The display looked sharp, and the performance was top tier. It was Apple showing off what Pro could mean in a phone. And the iPhone 11 Pro Max was the biggest and boldest of the year. A huge 6.5-inch screen, massive battery, and the same triple camera system as the Pro. This one was for users who wanted power, endurance, and the best camera setup. It was heavy in the hand but felt premium all the way through. In 2020, Apple brought back a familiar design with the iPhone SE. It looked like the iPhone 8 but packed the same processor as the iPhone 11. A small screen, single camera, but excellent performance. It was built for people who wanted power in a compact, affordable size. Classic design, modern engine. Then came the iPhone 12. Flat edges were back, and the phone looked sleek. It had an OLED display, 5G support, and came in more colors than ever. It also got MagSafe, so you could snap on chargers and accessories magnetically. Lightweight and balanced, it was a major design refresh. The iPhone 12 mini also launched the same year. Same features as the 12 but in a smaller 5.4-inch size. It was for people who missed compact phones. Same power, same camera, just in a bite-sized body. It didn't sell as well, but fans of smaller phones loved it. Then there was the iPhone 12 Pro. More storage, a better camera system, and a stainless steel frame. It supported LiDAR for better depth sensing and AR experiences. Night mode improved, and Dolby Vision video recording was added. This was a phone made for creators. At the top was the iPhone 12 Pro Max. The biggest screen, the biggest battery, and the best camera of the year. In 2021, the iPhone 13 came out. It refined everything from the 12. Smaller notch, better battery, and better low-light photos. Cinematic mode was introduced, letting you rack focus in videos like a movie. The diagonal camera layout became the new standard look for non-Pro iPhones. the iPhone 13 mini was still hanging on. It brought all the features of the 13 into that compact frame again. Better battery than the 12 mini, and still powerful. A small phone that didn't sacrifice speed or features. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the iPhone legacy, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap that notification bell so you never miss a drop. Thanks for watching, catch you in the next one.